Welcome back to Math Lesson 103, or 102, sorry. We are continuing, or we left off where we were going to cross multiply our fraction because we made an equivalent fraction, and now we're going to check our work. So we left off where we made the equivalent fraction of 2/5 and we made 4/10, and I said we were going to cross multiply in order to check to make sure that that equivalent fraction of 4/10 does actually equal 2/10. So remember, when we cross multiply, when we're checking our equivalent fraction, if we get the same numerator and denominator, we have found a correct equivalent fraction. So we're going to do 2 times 10 and 5 times 4. When you multiply 2 times 10 and 5 times 4, what do you get? Hopefully you said 20 over 20. If you did, then we have done our equivalent fraction correct. Let's try our equivalent fraction with 4/7. We're going to use the same factor of 2. So what's the equivalent fraction of 4/7, knowing that the factor we're using is 2? Did you get 8/14? If you did, great job. Remember, to make an equivalent fraction, I'm multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Now let's check our equivalent fraction to make sure that we have it correct. By checking, we're going to cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply 4 times 14 and 8 times 7. Go ahead and do that real fast and let me know what you get. Did you get 56 over 56? Great job, my friends. All right, to get into today's lesson, today we're going to be talking about problems in parentheses. So when you see parentheses in a number sentence, they have a very important job. Okay, whatever's inside the parentheses has to be done first. Those have to be completed first. Whatever's inside the parentheses needs to be completed first before any other part of the equation. So when I show you this problem, parentheses are the little lines that you see around a group of numbers. Now, what is the problem that you see in parentheses for this problem? Did you say 6 plus 6? If you did, great job. Now, what is 6 plus 6? Did you say 12? If you did, great job. So I'm going to rewrite this problem without having the problem in parentheses. So it's going to look like this. 3 plus 12 minus 4 equals. So now we can solve as usual. So let's start with 3 plus 12. What do you get? Did you say 15? If you did, great job. Now I've written down the next problem. 15 minus 4. What do we get when we subtract 15 minus 4? Did you say 11? If so, great job. That is the answer to our problem with parentheses. So remember, when problems have parentheses, the parentheses are saying, do me first, me first, me first, me first. So whenever you see the parentheses, do that first, then do all the other problems. Let's go ahead and try another one. What's the problem that you see in parentheses here? Did you say 2 times 7? If you did, great job. I'm going to rewrite the problem with the answer to the problem in parentheses. Did you get 14? So now I have 10 minus 3 plus 14. Now let's solve as usual. Let's start with 10 minus 3. What is 10 minus 3? Did you say 7? If you did, great job. So I've written 7 plus 14. Now what is 7 plus 14? Did you say 21? If you did, great job. You have just solved another problem with parentheses. Now let's practice what you've learned. Open up your books to page 203 and 204 and practice what we've learned. Happy study.